Oh, the OGGM has invoked my name in a recent video he has made. And you know what? Yeah, I have to start making some MTG related videos after he said that, because yeah, I won't lie, it's something that I've wanted to do ever since that one video in April, but haven't had the time to do it. Better late than never to have this little rant-ish kind of video. OGGM, you have called out my bluff, and now I have to pay the piper. So what are we actually talking about? Well, OGGM released a video talking about, or more likely it is a stream, but I wasn't there for it being live, so I watched it as a proper video. But anyways, this video was like going over WotC News, his quote villain arc, when he tries to explain to everybody that everything that is going on over at WotC is what they have been saying that they were gonna try to do. Fair enough, OGGM. But in terms of the TTRPG stuff, I got no hands in that, really. I haven't properly played Dungeons and Dragons for a long time, so I have been in the scene in terms of like watching people be talking about it, but properly playing it, kind of like dicey there. And also I have been posting videos about Fabula Ultima, but I have been doing that since April of this year also. I will explain why real soon, but as for the topic that I want to go into, Magic the Gathering. Now, if you guys do not know, that WotC has announced more bans happening for it, starting on November 10th, specifically for standard format, where rotation of like sets happen. Rotation is like where you have like certain cards within certain sets, well, legal, and it's very fair. It is like honestly a good balancing model. And if you do not do this, well, that is where you have to print more and more powerful cards to make your product more and more appealing, instead of just making cards that are more in theme with the set that you are making. The power creep is prevalent in my old trading card games that I used to play. Yu-Gi-Oh! Yeah, that game's a mess for a lot of reasons, but the set rotation not being applied and just having a forbidden and a limited list are the main problems. And in terms of how Magic used to handle sets of rotation, you would have a block of 3 sets, I think, for every year. So, like, say you have like year 1, you have 1, 2, 3 sets, I think. If I am wrong, let me know in the comments. Anyways, and once a 4th set enters, the first set of like cards get rotated out, meaning they are not playable. They just are not. However, the 4th set would like allow you, the people over at WotC, to reprint things like basic lands and like other staples, so that those older cards are really still legal. They aren't just the newer versions that like just look new. That is all that is. Now for the bans, that is like when Wizards has to like ban use of problematic cards that are in the current rotation, that are currently playable in Standard. And that's all that is really. And honestly, with how Wizards is handling the current rotation, which I think is currently 5 sets for every cycle, I think this is why the bans are going to be so prevalent, especially because they are trying to implement universes but beyond in the standard format now, which is now starting to show its mucky little hands on why that is an issue. Because if you know from the general Magic YouTube thing, the big problem card is Vivi right now, a blue-red wizard from the latest Magic the Gathering sets in terms of universes beyond Final Fantasy. If you know, you know, and I would assume Vivi's getting banned based off of what I have seen from OGGM's video. So yeah, the bans are in regards to that, and reason why I play? Simple. I was offered to join in a group for Commander play, and it's been fun so far. We don't have to worry about lists yet. We're just playing casually. It is all for fun, and that's really the main point. It's for fun for me, at least, and and as long as I'm gonna play a TCG with other people, I am gonna enjoy it. I am gonna have fun. I am gonna invest into this hobby if it means I get to play with other people. It's really that simple for me. I don't know about anybody else, and I'm sorry, OG GM, that like you ended up quitting because of it was like a huge money sink, and like because your friends like ended up cheating, and I can kind of imagine why, but also at the same time, I'm very sorry that you had to deal with that. I hope I don't have to go through any egregious cheating that like you might have had to deal with. But then again, I am not even 1 year into this hobby yet, so I got time to learn, which I've definitely learned a lot since entering the Commander format. I won't lie, it's quite the interesting format, and I'm learning and I am having fun while I am doing it. Hot dog. Anyway, so I think that was about it. There was one thing that you mentioned about a keyword that you wanted to make a comparison to Dredge. I don't exactly remember right now, but editing me will, and I did search up that word to see if it was actually existing in MTTG, and it does. It was surprising that it exists, but not as a keyword, but as an actual card. Fancy that, huh? So, you know, I doubt that like they will make it a keyword that is like the exact same thing as Dredge. I doubt that they will, but who knows? It's freaking WotC. They are the villains of the TTRPG hobby fandom. They really are for like some people, especially for the people that I surround with on the internet. So there's that. But I think that's all I have to say in that regard. Let me look at the... Yep, there's really nothing else for me to say. I'm just at this point padding out time because I want to get this video out before tomorrow. And with all that said, this is God of Ka signing off.